You know what they say.
Where are they?
Okay, this is a series in which I tell you some things about the games that I've collected all the achievements in. I am an achievement hunter, so I have plenty of those. I make these videos hoping that maybe they will help some people in deciding whether or not they should play a game or if they should try and 100% it. So, let's begin with Batman Arkham Asylum. There will be no spoilers in this video. Maybe only some really minor ones. Did you ever want to experience what it's like to be Batman? Well, this game is the first attempt at making that happen. The developers had an incredibly big challenge ahead of them when they decided to create this game. The final product released in 2009, but by that point there had been no successful Batman game, so nobody wanted to invest in one. Therefore, the budget was small, but the motivation of this small team of 40 people was high. After 21 months of hard work, the team behind Batman Arkham Asylum did not manage to introduce everything they wanted into the game, but they had succeeded in putting enough different things of great quality for the title to be a great initial success. Worldwide, the game sold nearly 2 million units in its first 3 weeks of release, with more and more sales coming in as the years went by. The game is now known as one of the best superhero games of all time. But if you consider all the challenges they were facing at the time, this success becomes that much greater. But how is the actual game? Well, the map! The game takes place on Arkham Island. It isn't really huge, but it's big enough to work with. It is split into 3 different areas: Arkham West, North, and East. Arkham North has 1 building you can enter, while East and West have 2 each. So there is quite a bit of walking around from area to area. Not enough to get bored with walking, just the right amount to be able to feel like you're walking around an entire island and exploring all the buildings in it. Obviously, the graphics aren't gonna be great for a game this old, but honestly, it doesn't look half bad. After a few minutes, you'll get used to the look and it will feel just fine. And while we're on the subject of walking around and not being bored during that, the game has plenty of collectibles to keep you occupied. There are a total of 240 collectibles scattered across the map, and they are split into 5 categories. Riddler trophies are little glowing question mark trophies that the Riddler has hidden around to try and prove that Batman is too dumb to find them. Riddles can be either a big spray painted question mark you have to find and scan, or an actual riddle that you have to solve by taking a picture of the answer. These are also placed by the Riddler. Chronicles of Arkham are some weird stone thingies with a bug on them that you have to find, and they give you some lore about Amadeus Arkham's family history.
Ran through the heart of Gotham. We were doctors, politicians, and teachers. We have been the organ, cleaning the arterial filth from the city. We have been its servants, giving all to protect it. And still it has chosen to hurt us.
Interview tapes, when picked up, give you a recording of one of Arkham's inmates being interviewed by doctors.
Harriet. You're kidding me, right? That thing's not a man. My God!
Hello. My name is Dr. Gretchen Whistler. Do you understand me?
Yeah, I hear you, bitch. So when's dinner? I'm getting hungry.
Each inmate has 5 tapes that can be found, and they make up the entire interview. And lastly, Joker teeth are mechanical teeth running around that you have to destroy. If you are a perfectionist, these collectibles will be a nice little challenge for you. And while you play the game and get more and more collectibles, you also unlock some extras, like character bios for example, which give you an in-depth look at characters you encounter throughout the game, but also a lot of characters that do not appear in the game, but are in the same universe, like the Penguin or Black Mask. The details consist of their backstory, some facts about them, and some attributes. And you also unlock character trophies, which are cool 3D models of the in-game characters. They look pretty neat, and it's nice to be able to look at the details of all the character models, especially Killer Croc. Look at those eyes, such a beauty icon. The gameplay. Stealth. The stealth parts are really fun. They force you to think about your moves before you make them because you can't rush them. Usually all thugs in a stealth area are armed, so if you are spotted you'll start to be blasted by bullets. You can perform different types of moves to knock thugs out, like silent takedowns where you sneak behind an enemy and choke him out silently, inverted takedowns. When you're on a gargoyle above a henchman, you can hang them upside down from that specific gargoyle. Corner takedown. When you are crouched around a corner and an enemy approaches you, you can quickly grab him and pull him around the corner to knock him out, and also a few other situational takedowns. Overall, the stealth is fun and a nice change of pace from loud combat. This right here is the beginning of the now famous Batman free flow style of combat. How it works is basically this. You punch thugs around you in order, building up a combo meter and momentum. You move from thug to thug, beating them up using cool moves. Oh, what's this? Someone wants to punch you, BAM! You counter their punch and resume your attacks. Your combo meter keeps growing and growing and you feel like a fucking badass. It's incredibly fun to fight in this game and it only gets better in the next Batman Arkham games. 10 out of 10. Story. The story begins with you taking Joker into Arkham Asylum, but after a few minutes, he promptly escapes, because of course he does. The rest of the game is focused on you trying to capture him again while also stopping his evil plan. It's nothing deep, but it is pretty fun. You also interact with a lot of other popular villains throughout the game, so not bad at all. Leveling up. I don't know why this is a category by itself, but I had no idea where else to put it, so it just gets its own slot. The leveling system is simple and effective. You get XP for doing basically anything and everything. Beating people up, XP. Finding collectibles, XP. Doing objectives, XP. XP is everywhere. You cannot miss it. Once you get a level, you can choose one of the many available skills. It's nice because it lets you choose them in whichever order you want. So if you think one of them sounds really cool, like the inverted takedown I mentioned earlier, you can just get that one immediately. Challenge mode. You can also choose to play in challenge mode. This mode consists of two different types of maps. The first type are the fighting maps, where you have to fight 4 rounds of enemies, and based on your combos, amount of damage taken, and other factors like that, you get points. Each map has a maximum of 3 stars that you can get, or, well, I guess they're batarangs, not stars, but you get the idea. Each one being unlocked at a specific number of points. The scores for all 4 stages add up, and that's your final score. So you can see, for example, in the footage playing at the moment, my final score was a little over 23,000. The required amount of points to get 3 batarangs for this specific map is 18,000, so I easily got the 3 batarangs rating. The second type of challenge maps are the Predator maps, which basically means stealth. In Predator maps, you have to knock out all enemies without dying. Obviously. You get 3 different tasks that you should complete. Each one grants you a batarang, so if you want all 3 batarangs, you have to do all 3 tasks. And after you complete all 3 tasks, you have to knock out the rest of the enemies however you see fit. In the footage playing now, you can see I got my last batarang by knocking a guy down with a batarang and then finishing him off on the ground. After which I just wanted to finish the map, so I jumped into the 2 remaining guys and barely got out alive. So don't be like me, play it smart. Time isn't important in these challenge maps. Okay, so achievements. It took me 32.9 hours to get all of the 47 achievements. The most popular achievement is Free Flow Combo 5, which 75.1% of players got, and the rarest one is Free Flow Gold, sitting at 3.3%. You can see all the other percentages on screen if you care about that. You probably don't though. After finishing the story, you probably won't have a lot of achievements left to get. Like in all the Batman games, most of the ones you probably are going to have left will be the Riddler related achievements, because the devs want you to spend more time inside the game, so they add a shit ton of Riddler trophies and puzzles and stuff. They aren't the most fun thing to do, but if you manage to do them all without looking them up, you get a feeling of satisfaction, knowing that you aren't as dumb as people in real life have been assuming you are. On Steam, out of 39,161 reviews, the game is rated overwhelmingly positive, with a whopping 96% of reviews being positive. Pretty much all of the negative reviews have to do with people having technical problems, but that's probably due to them having shit computers. There are some people that just don't enjoy the game, but again, that is a very small percentage of the player base. In conclusion, this game is, in my opinion, a masterpiece. It is a classic Batman vs. Joker story, and it paved the way for many more comic book based games to be made. If you haven't played it yet, you're missing out.
Just do it!
Alright, it's approaching midnight now. I have to go out and look over Gotham. See ya.